Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today is our weekly autism awareness update for our fundraiser, and I'm going to do a crafty project here after I update you guys. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who is spreading the awareness and being kind to others and just donating. It's been so fun. So I'm going to grab my iPad over here and we will go over a couple of people that have already donated and participated. So here we are. This is the website here that I see when I log into the fundraiser page on Autism Speaks. We have a goal of $250 and we've reached 35 of it so far, which is 14% of the way there. So that is super exciting. And I just want to say thank you so much personally from me to you. And I'll start off at the bottom because Candy was the first one to donate. Thank you so much, Miss Candy, for your donation. We really appreciate it. And I did mail out your journal, so you should be receiving it actually anytime. And then we have another person that donated, and it's my lady friend from Germany, Elka. Thank you so much for donating. She donated $15 in American money, and she says, what a great idea. Greetings from Germany. So I really do appreciate you guys, and I'm just so thankful and blessed. So let's go ahead and hop into our crafty project. I am going to be making a scrapbook page for my young guy, and I'll grab that stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, I went through my stash and I pulled a couple of scrapbooking pages, and then I grabbed some stickers, some alphabet stickers, a couple journaling cards, and then my 3 photos that I want to go ahead and do a scrapbook page for. So first of all, let's take off all of the added finishing touches here, which are the stickers and the journaling card. And I'm going to I grabbed a bunch of blue shades here so that I can mount my photos onto blue, because autism awareness, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, so I've got my blue pages here. And then I pulled out, I think, 3 or 4 different pages to scrapbook with. So there we are. I have 4 different pages and then my white page. So I have 3 photos and I want to add some color to this white, and then I want to put my photos on top of the colored pages. So I'm going to grab my pictures here so you guys can see. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. This was a day when we went to the park and he was playing on the slide and he rode this little dinosaur, and then he went to the swing. And so I'm just going to go ahead and scrapbook these. This was from a long time ago. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years old. I'm not sure. Something like that. Maybe even 3. No, not 3. 3 or 4. I'd have to look when I have them on my computer. But the first thing I want to do is get my photos ready. So I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm going to leave this one on the swing as it is. So that's going to be just a regular 4x6. This one I'm going to trim down so it's 4x4 because I don't have enough room on my 12x12 the way I want it to go. And I think we'll go here and I'll cut some of the bottom off. It might be 4.5 by 4.5. We'll see. We'll have a play because I don't want to mess up the picture here. So since the front of the dinosaur is already cut off, yeah, I don't, so that one will be 4 by 4.5. So it's kind of a weird size. So I feel like let's try to cut off 1/2 inch from the bottom. Let's see. Oh no, that cuts his feet off. Oh my goodness. This is me being picky. I just don't want to, okay, we're going to do 4.5 by 4 on that one. I'm not going to mess it up anymore. And then this one here, I could totally cut off part of this here and just have him up here in the slide. So we could try that. Let me do it this way so I can see what it would look like if I did cut it down to a 4x4. Well, maybe not. Let me look here. It's so hard because I don't want all these houses. All right, I'm going to cut right above the houses. So wherever that ends up being. So it's about 4.25. Okay, 4.25, I'm okay with that. I just don't want those houses in there. It's unnecessary. Alrighty, there we go. And let me see here. So this is going to be my actual scrapbook page. And I definitely want this image to be the focal. And then these ones are just going to kind of accent that. See? Just like that. And that's the layout that I want. But because he's looking over here to this side, I'm going to put this one at the top and this one at the bottom. There we go, just like that. So I know that I need to photo mount these, and then I have to decide which paper I want to have going in the background. So I probably won't use this one because it will be white with white. You know, we could use this one instead of this. Yeah, we could totally We could totally do that. Okay. And then I have this one, which is kind of more like, to me, it's more like a baby boy page. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I don't know. We'll see. And then I got these really pretty blue stars that has some dark blue in the middle and then some lighter blue on the edge. It was actually, I think, part of a 4th of July kit that I had, because I do have another page that's just like this. That's red stars. And then I pulled out this one, which is kind of grungy. And the reason why I pulled this one out was because it's darker blue with lighter blue, but it has red that'll tie that slide in there. And then some green, because I know there's like green grass in the background, and I know that dinosaur's purple, but I'm kind of leaning towards one of these two. Definitely not the stars on this one or that baby one. So let me see here. Let me just have a look really quickly, because I'm one of those people that I have to have, these stripes need to go this way, horizontal, and then see, it would look something like this. Okay, something like this. I am going to mount these photos so they will have a blue background on there, so that'll tone that down. But to me, it's still really busy. Let me see here if I add a journaling card. So this is a day in the life of, and then this one's just some writing space for a date. It just says date and then some writing space. I'm thinking I want to use this one because it's a day in the life of my son, Lincoln. Okay, so I'm not liking how busy this is. This is too busy for me. And this one's going to be too dark. I feel like that's just going to be, maybe we'll see. We'll see, because you're not going to see a whole lot of that red because of how I'm placing these photos. I could turn it. We could do the diamonds the other direction. Yeah, no. I like it like this. Okay, so this one's going to go here, and this one's going to go on the bottom, and this one's going to go up here at the top. Yeah, you don't really see a whole lot, but there is a lot of red in the background. And I really do like that. I think that's a really nice pattern. So I'm going to go with that. This is going to be my main pattern on here. So what I'm going to do is grab my trimmer, and I'm going to cut pieces down to mount on top of this one. So I'm going to do a one that is going to be a 4-inch strip right here. Oops. All the way down. And I have to pull off, you see it ripped on the corner here. I'm really picky. It ripped because I have my scoring blade down here at the bottom. So I'm going to pull this off really quickly. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to cut it down at 4 inches. So right there. Alrighty. We have a 4-inch strip. And I think we will do that. I don't necessarily want it in the middle, and I do want it to go up and down. So I'm going to pull it in a little bit from that edge, just like that. Let me grab this here. This one goes at the top, middle, and bottom. See, so you won't see a whole lot of it, just a little bit. And then I'm going to add another piece that's going to go across the top. But I don't want another big fat 4-inch piece. So I'm thinking, since I ripped the other one, I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to do a 2.5-inch strip. Just to make them a little bit different sizes, and it will be a little bit more interesting, especially that it'll have the diamonds go in the other direction. But for the main part of the diamonds, I like them going straight. So I'm going to have a little bit of overlap here, so I'm going to pull this down a little bit, get it kind of centered there. Okay. And then this one will sit up here. I really like that. And then this one will be down here, and then we have a perfect space here for this to sit. That'll cover up some more of that white space. I also have a space down here that I can play around with, and then over here. I'll have room up here for a title. This is coming together quite nicely. Okay, well, let me grab my trimmer again, and I'm going to mount these photos really quickly.
Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and mount these photos for you really quickly. Just kind of let you see the process play out. I did speed it up. That way you're not sitting here for a long time watching me decide and make my decisions for my final layout. I'm really leaning towards using these darker blues just because this is a darker background. And I think it will really help the photos stand out just a little bit. And I think the light blue would be too much over the top. I don't know. I just like the darker color in this instance. So I am going to be using this particular blue for this dinosaur picture, and I just did it 1/4 of an inch over on each of the sides. So it's just a little tiny bit of a border, but it does make the photos stand out, and it does give it a little bit more of a interest to look at. And then for the center photo here, the main one, the 4x6, I'm going to do 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, but I'm mounting it on a different shade of blue. That way you'll see it's a little bit different, but all similar, and it will draw your eye to see the different colors of blue in here. So this one has a lot of blue on it, so I was trying to decide if I wanted to use blue. I was actually thinking I might even use red, but in the end I go with the same blue that I used on the first dinosaur page, and I just want to make sure I had enough of my scrapbooking paper left here to go ahead and cut that square out. And then I'm going to go grab my tape to adhere these down. I looked for a while for my HED gun before I realized that it was actually upstairs. So yeah, I'm going to be using this weird tape. I've never messed with it before, and I struggle through it, and it was not fun, and I will never, ever, ever buy that tape gun again. It's like double-sided tape. And it was not my friend. I was having trouble getting it on the photos, and I was having trouble peeling it off, and it was definitely a nightmare. But it got the job done, and it was really high tack. Like it says, it's like super tacky. And yeah, definitely was able to hold those photos on there. So I am just having a fun time scrapbooking and just remembering him having such a fun day. I do need to go onto my computer and see when this was, because I'm not exactly sure how old he was when this was, when we went there and played, because we go to a lot of parks. We go to them a lot, and, you know, I take pictures of them, so it's really hard for me to remember which one was which one, but I specifically remember this one was right before it returned to cold. Because you can see that he's wearing a hoodie and he's got his hood up, so I know it was windy that day. I remember that very well. But I think it was September, maybe even the beginning of October, but I don't know if it was 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun, having him play out all the different things on the equipment and just being able to remember that. So I'm going to mount all of these, and then I'm going to decide how I want them laid out. I left that corner open so I could overlap on the top, but also to give me an option that I could tuck it underneath, but not underneath of the blue matting, just the photo itself. Sometimes I like to layer things up just so a little bit different, and I don't like to glue it down, because then once you've glued it down, it's basically final decision has been made. So anyways, we'll go ahead and do the same thing to this top picture here. I'm just sticking this double-sided tape on there. Oh my gosh, I was getting really frustrated. I almost stopped. I should have just stopped and came upstairs and got the ATG done, because it was just, I was not liking this paper, this tape on the paper. But I mean, it worked. It just, it was time consuming, and just, I really like my ATG gun. I really do. So if you don't have an ATG gun, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, this is just, this crazy. I mean, you can totally use glue. I just don't like the way that a lot of the glue will bubble up. Especially on my photos. I don't trust glue on my photos. I won't use glue. But for like the scrapbooking paper here, I totally could have just used some glue, but I was like, I'm going to use this stuff up so I don't have to look at it in my stash anymore, and I just want it gone. I just want it gone. So for this main diamond pattern, I'm going to go ahead and pull it over about 1/4 inch. So that way some of the white border will show up on the side over there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the skinnier piece, which is 2.5 inches by 12 inches. I'm going to try to pull that over so it's 1/4 inch down, and just try to line it up. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just making sure I get enough tape on there to hold that whole entire piece down, since it ripped off on me a little bit early. I really like things to be symmetrical in my layouts, or at least some of my layouts. Some layouts are more fun, but this one I really wanted it to be symmetrical. And I really like the way that the diamond pattern goes horizontal and then again vertical. So I'm loving that right there. I'm just showing you, I like that white space. So lay out my photos one more time before I glue them down. I just like to check and double check, because you never know. I might change my mind, 3 or 4 more times. So just making sure that I like that main photo over the top of that blue, and I decide, yes, that's how I want it, because there is a lot of blue space there that is, it doesn't line up. It looks funny. It looks like it's missing something with that picture underneath of it. So I really like that photo being on the top. So I decide to glue down these pictures on the bottom, and then I'll put that main photo on the center on top of them. So it'll anchor everything down. Once everything is touching in some sort of way, it links it all together. and it really makes the page flow as one piece. If I would have had them separate, it would have a totally different feel, and since it's him playing at the same park, I wanted it to be connected. And I did have other photos from this particular park. I was thinking about doing a 2-page spread, but the other photos are on the same equipment. He's just not looking at me, or he blinked or something. There was another photo that I took of me and him, but I really wanted this to be a page about him just having fun and exploring at the park. So the one with me and him, I probably will still scrapbook. I will just do it as a center focal point page on its own, and then maybe journal around that photo of how much fun we had together. So yeah, that's kind of the story behind this little layout here, but I hope it gives you an idea of what to do. So what I'm going to do is, once I lay these all down, I will go ahead and put the journaling card on there. Sometimes I don't glue my journaling card down until I've wrote on it, because, you know, again, if I mess up and spell something wrong, I can't really erase it because I write in pen. Typically I write in black pen, so you really can't erase that. But on this one, I went ahead and I do end up gluing down that journal card. But yeah, sometimes I hold off, and then I might want to change my mind of which journal card I want to use. I might find something a little bit better, but in this case, I was just so happy to have a scrapbook layout done. It feels so good to get back into it. I mean, this is where my crafting roots started, and yeah, it's really nice. I haven't been able to do much of it because I've been super focused on doing all this junk journaling and making ephemera and trying to get my room organized, and just the list goes on. But to spend my craft session for today and get to share it with you guys and update you, it was really fun. And it just brought me back to, like, you know, remembering how I started crafting. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down this journal card, like I said, or tape it down rather. And then you'll see me grab out some stickers and decide what I want to say for my title. And then I will go ahead and lay that on there. And that will be the end of the video for this one. But I will tell you that I go back to my die cutting machine and I cut out a couple of things to stick down there on the bottom, and then also that white space. And I will show you the finished product once I have wrote on there and done that in next week's video, when I do another update for our autism awareness fundraiser. You guys, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Doing a weekly update is pretty exciting. I really hope that more people will start to participate, or at least share the video and, you know, get the word out there. That's what this is all about. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for a purpose. I'm not just crafting to craft. I mean, there are videos out there that I've made personally, that I made just to craft, to do a video on. This is not the case. This is me. This is my life. This is me crafting and totally having a fun time doing it. And I'm just so thankful that you all are here to watch. And I just hope that it inspires you to pull out some photos of your special memories and just document them, because that's what it's all about, is documenting. Oh my gosh, I can't say that word. Documenting your memories. So I try to line out these stickers here on a ruler, because I thought that would help me line them up straight, but the A, I think, looks a little tilted, but it did help the stickers not stick on my finger and then, you know, not be sticky on the paper. So I just have to practice that a little bit more. A lot of times I will put glue on the back of my stickers because I don't trust stickers. I really don't think that they're going to stay down, but on these ones, they were quite new, so they were pretty sticky. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to y'all really soon. All right, bye guys.